Hello everyone. Myself Prithvi. Today, welcome you all for my YouTube channel. So, this is the DevOps series. Almost it is 18th or 19th video. So, in this video, I just want to talk about the Ansible integration with Jenkins actually. So, in the previous video, as we just created the playbook actually. So, we want this video. We want to execute that actually. So that is one of the important point actually. We want to execute that playbook with the Jenkins without any kind of a manual intervention. So to do that, so what we have to do is that um, we have to create a new job actually. So the job is Ansible in integration to push Docker image to Docker Hub actually. So this is an integration which we want to do. So here we are selecting the Maven project. So either you can select the previous project itself, like the previous job actually. You can name it and you can get it that. So I'm going with a new job actually. Uh, so description I will leave it as default. Uh, Source code management select as a Git. So and we have to provide the DevOps course repository URL here. So this is my GitHub repository URL. Credential, I am not using any credential. The ID is main. So the next thing which you want to is build triggers. We want to the poll SEM. So in the poll SEM we have to give it. It want Jenkins want me to check my GitHub desired state every minute. So that's the reason I am giving. I want this to execute every minute actually. Next thing is that build environment, leave it. So next, so it is step. So it is going to use the form.xml. Next, it's going to use the clean and install. So means clean means it will going to clean the previous thing and it's going to install the new thing. It's going to build with the Maven repository. And the next is the post step, post build action. So in the post build action, we have to select build artifact over SSH. So here we have to select Ansible host actually. So this is my Ubuntu server. So this is my Ansible server which I have set up. Actually, in the previous video, if you're gonna see, we have set up the Ansible server. So here, go and search for the IPA. Means it's going to give the IP address actually. Uh, so the currently it is going to it is using 192.168.0.11. This is an IP. So we have to give the same IP for our Ansible server. Before doing it, we have to set the uh, uh, for that. Open a new window. Go for localhost. Go for manage Jenkins. So you have to configure the system actually. In the configure the system, we have installed the publish over SSH plugin, right? In that we want to add another SSH server. Uh, no. Go down, scroll down. So when you scroll down, so you're going to see some SSH server. This is the Docker host. So even the Docker host IP is also changed. We can give 11 actually. That's going to work. Let's see. We are using the same server for both of the things, right? That's the reason we are giving 11. Even my uh, Ansible admin server is also the same server which we are using. So name Ansible server. The host name is 192.168.0.11. So and the username is Ansible. admin. So remote directory, I'm leaving it as default. Next, in the advanced, select the password. So give the password which you set for the Ansible admin user, and after that, so click on test configuration. So it should give a success. SSH is working properly. So yes, you can apply, and you can click on save. Actually, here, one minute, save, and you can go for the previous one. So here you have to select, because since it is loaded up, you can just refresh it. So now the refresh has been done. So you can click on the post build action. So select publish build, select send build artifact over SSH. So when you click on that, it should be popped up with the SSH server. So there are two are there. One is Ansible server, one is a Docker host. Since we added the newly Ansible server, select that one. And in the source, since in the source files, you can give the web app target and the war file which is going to build. So the next thing which we want to remove that prefix actually. Next, this is the commands where we want to give the commands in the exact command. So the command which we're going to do is that we can use this command, because since we don't want to have a dependency on other things. So we are creating a Docker file. This is a new Docker file. So every time when it initiates this Docker build, whenever it initiates a trigger for this Jenkins job, it's going to do a job of creating a new Docker file. So next thing, in the last Jenkins job, we just return to manually delete the container which is previously running. Now we have playbook actually, which is been taking care all of that. So for that you can give uh, this is the command. So Ansible playbook. So our playbook is residing in docker.yaml, where etc.ansible, this is the path of that yaml playbook. So you can give like this. So after that, so our configuration is done inside the this job. You can click on apply and save. So once you save this, you can click on build now. When you click on build now, the build should trigger actually. Let me see what is the problem. Something is wrong actually. We want to just configure some. Maven is having some problem. So the problem is with the source code management, since we deselected it. So that's the reason we have to give the source repository. Since we refreshed the page, the value has got removed actually. We have to reconfigure it. Main. So after that, poll.scm. So you have to configure 5 star, means it's going to run for every minute. The desired state will be checked for every minute. So clean and install. So these are the steps which is required. After that, you can click on and save. So after that, you can click on build now. So now the build process should trigger automatically. So select. So now the build process is taken place. Click on console output. So yes, it is working perfectly fine. So let us give some time for it to finish. So the important thing to verify this, we can go for hub, the Docker hub. So this is my Docker hub actually. This is my Docker hub account. So this is the image which we created, right? So see, it has been updated 3 minutes before. What does it mean is that the Jenkins job has triggered, and yeah, the build process and everything is working perfectly. This is what is required for us to be happening. So thank you all guys. This is all about this video. In the next video, we shall concentrate on how to deploy this uh, the Docker image which we push it to the Docker hub, how we can able to deploy it to the Kubernetes. That kind of an activity we want to start. So thank you all. Bye bye.